Fashion Institute of Technology, have a degree in fashion design, went to school in Florence, studied there, came back, started working in the industry for various designers, and then from that point on, I decided I wanted to be part of the bigger picture and started working, doing some styling gigs. And then I started working, I did one freelance gig for a production company by the name of KCD. And I worked on the Calvin Klein fashion show. And it was a freelance gig, and the day after the show they asked me to come on full time. With KCD, I learned so much about the industry, so much about various designers that we did shows for, Gianni Versace, Chanel, Anna Sui. We worked with CFDA, Vogue magazine. I got a phone call from James Mishka from Badgley Mishka, and they asked if I would produce their show. So I did. And from that point on, my business just started. Like, by word of mouth, my name got out there. Next season I had 2 shows. The season after that I had 3 shows, and it just kept building and building and building. And that's how Fly Productions was formed over 12 years ago. There's 2 different forms of shows. A, there's the ones that are in the tents, and B, they're the ones that are off-site, which means outside of the tents. And the ones that are off-site are a lot more involved as far as productions go, because we have to find the location, secure the timing of the location, design the layout, the staging, the lighting, the sound, everything that's involved technically. Load in, load out, power source, budgeting, of course that's involved in every single one of them. So that's one side of it. When we go into the tents, it's something that's how they've come about. It really helps the designers out in a sense, because they offer an entire package it's very reasonable to come in and do a show there. It also depends on the tents and what kind of staging you want to do. So at this point, if I go into a tent, it depends on which tent I go into, and then if I am in the tent, a lot of the structure is obviously already there. It's more of the set and the lighting that I need to work with. The timing, which designers are before and after us, to make sure there's not really going to be a model conflict. And if there are off-site shows that would possibly be conflicting in the time that the tents are going on, it's so much involved that a lot of people just don't understand. They just see this beautiful thing and you have no idea what goes on behind the scenes. I've got a casting director, and we hold a full round of casting, pre-casting, and then we go in, we just speak with the designers, ask what kind of models they particularly like to work with, because every designer is different. And then we hold a casting for a few days at the designer's office. We have them try on clothing, have them walk for us to see if it's the actual type of girl that's necessary. And then from that point on, we negotiate who we want, if they're available, rates, etc., etc. And then of course checking them in, making sure the models arrive on time, rehearsing the models, and putting them into hair and makeup, making sure that the timing is going along fine. If we are missing a model or someone doesn't show up, then we're like, okay, we got a little problem here. You know, once that show starts, I just need a few moments of silence. I just, like, no one can talk to me. I just need to get in my head and just like work this out. And once the show starts and the music starts, I get goosebumps, and it's a beautiful experience. And to be able to see the girls come out on the runway with the hair and the makeup and everything that comes together, and going through that, that's when I realized this is what I love doing, what I do.